This technology thing is kicking my ass. I can't get that stream that I had programmed to go live using anything but my laptop. So my laptop's super slow and it's not wanting to cooperate, so I'm doing it on my phone today. So I hope this doesn't throw anybody off. I got my iPad here, I got my laptop here, my laptop's on strike. So we're going to use my iPad. So there's a lot of things that we wanted to talk about today. So I don't know if you have questions, you can put them in the chat down below. But bear with me here. I'm logging into some other stuff here so I can still see a chat. This is Plan C. Plan B didn't work. Plan A didn't work. So I'll figure this stuff out. Maybe I'll buy new equipment or something if this ends up being something that I need to do all the time. But bear with me, guys. Hi to everybody out there. I'm a minute early. Sorry about the other stream. I don't know. YouTube is, I'm learning it. But as you can see behind me, I got drywall up. Don't criticize my install skills here. I did it myself. I saved a buttload of money. So anyway, hi to everybody again. We're going to talk about an SEL-R-Line Black Atlas. I wish I had pictures of one to show you guys, but I don't. They just haven't released them yet. We have 4 of them. No crosssports yet, but I hear the crosssports look pretty badass too. Also, what else were we going to talk about here? Well, anyway, I'm still logging in here. My computer's still going slow. Trying to get YouTube up on here, and it's not working. So let's bear with me here, and I apologize. Let's see here. Videos. So here we are. We're live on this one. You can chat down below. I can see myself now. Yay. My laptop's still on strike. It's on the home page here. The SEL-R-Line Black Edition. It replaces the SEL-R-Line. So those of you who are looking for an SEL-R-Line, it's no longer a thing. The SEL-R-Line Black replaces it. They're not running both. It's going to have black accents. It's still going to have some chrome on it. Like I said before, I have 4 of them. I have 1 of them reserved. 3 are available. I have one with Oryx White Pearl Effect, Marl Brown interior with captain's chairs that is still available. And then I also have a red one, Aurora Red Metallic with a bench, black seats, black interior, bench seats that is still available. And then also a Platinum Gray Metallic that has bench seats, black interior. That one's going to be available too. On the SEL-R-Line, just a regular SEL-R-Line, because we got both coming. We got like 15 total of these coming. I have 3 white ones with Marl Brown interior and captain's chairs, and that makes me think if I'm getting that many, every dealer's getting them. So check with your local dealer. If they're going to mark the car up on you, come see me. Fly in, drive out. I'll pick you up from the airport. We aren't marking the cars up. That will be available. 3 of those. Marl Brown interior, all have captain's chairs, no deletes. They're available. I have, on an SEL-R-Line, I have a Tourmaline Blue with captain's chairs, black interior, no deletes. That's available. Now, this is the regular SEL-R-Line, not the SEL-R-Line Black. Also, and I've got TV screens up here now. This is pretty cool, and the Pac-Man machine back here. I couldn't wait to put stuff in the room to see how it looked in the room, but yeah, it's not your orthodox install. But anyway, back to what I have coming. I also have, I'm trying to go by memory. I could use my iPad normally, but since my iPad's streaming over here, I can't use that. I'm trying to use the computer here, and it's still on strike. So let's see here. SEL Premium R-Line Atlases, I have 0 available. I have them coming, but they're all spoken for already. So you can't have one of the ones that I have that are already pre-ordered. I have a person coming from Tennessee for one, another person coming from Iowa for another one. And then the rest of them are pretty much Missouri customers. Speaking of Missouri, I am now the #1 salesperson in the state of Missouri. That's pretty cool. Thanks to you guys. I appreciate that. Appreciate any of you that trust me to earn your business. Also, on national rank, I'm in the top 75. I'm number 68. So it's thanks to YouTube. It's thanks to you guys watching my videos, and thanks to you guys, reaching out, that I'm able to do this. And again, I apologize. I just thought I was going to be ready, and this computer just fought me and fought me and fought me. It's a touchscreen HP. It's 5 years old. It's time for a new one. So if you guys want to put in the comments a good recommendation, I'd appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay, so what I have coming. Let's see here. Exterior color. I'm finally getting the computer to work here. It's slow still. Right now, currently sitting at my port, I have 43 vehicles. A number of those. Oh, one of those is an Arteon. I have an Arteon at port now. So you're going to start seeing Arteons. They're going to slowly show up at your dealerships, and everybody's going to have a better Arteon than I do. I have an SE-R-Line. Everybody else has an SEL Premium R-Line or an SEL-R-Line. So unfortunately, I can't make a better video of anything than an SE-R-Line. But here we go. On Atlases, let's see here. SE-R-Line, deep black with black interior. That one is pre-sold. Also, I have an SEL-R-Line, deep black pearl with Shetland interior. That one's already pre-sold. The SEL-R-Line white, Oryx white with black interior. These all have captain's chairs. That's already sold. And now I have the three white interior SELs. So, someone's calling me. I'm taking that off. Okay. Let's see here. SE Tech Atlas. Let's talk about that. Now, the SE Tech Atlas, up until this month or last month, the SE Tech came with a power liftgate. It came with remote start. It came with adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, all that good stuff. It was the perfect Atlas for most of the buyers out there. Now, due to the chip shortage, they're now coming with deletes. And the way it looks, how they're playing this is, for the rest of the model year, there will not be a power liftgate or blind spot monitoring or rear cross traffic alert on an Atlas SE Tech. So they're doing a radar delete, a radar sensor delete, and that takes out blind spot and that takes out rear traffic alert. It does, however, allow adaptive cruise control to stay on a vehicle. So you still have adaptive cruise control and a choice of adaptive cruise control and regular cruise control, but you lose the capability for blind spot or side assist and rear traffic alert and the power liftgate. So now if you're looking for those things, you're going to have to go up to an SEL to get those. Now, the SEL up until this point has not had many deletes. The only possible delete that we're really seeing on an SEL is the trailer hitch, the hitch delete. So if you're not towing and you're getting a 2.0, it doesn't affect you. It'll only affect you if you need the towing capacity. SEL Premium. Now they're starting to do a ventilated seat delete and a hitch delete on the SEL Premium R-Line, I think, on a few of them. So those are two options that could happen on your SEL Premium, the SEL Premium R-Line, I should say. If those don't bother you, no big deal. They are trying to eliminate, they're trying to do deletes on things that aren't going to be a big deal to people. On the SE Tech, though, however, I think that is going to be a big deal. 2023 Atlases, we don't know anything about those yet. They're not going to tell us anything until really they've already built them and they're ready to go. The 2023 Atlas does appear to have a change coming, and this is only rumor mill, but there's a change coming to the shifter and also the infotainment screen. So we don't know for sure until they actually build them and they don't say, hey, boo, chip shortage came up again and affected that. We're not doing that. We're not doing this. So we won't know until we get the order guide officially. But it sounds like there's going to be a minor change there, or that's going to be a major change. Visually, the car is going to look a lot the same. There's also a rumor about something on the outside, the back of the car looking different. I'm not going to go into that until I know for sure, because that might start a lot of questions that I can't answer. Also, cross sport's going to be the same way, as those two go hand in hand. And also ID4, production of that and availability of that car should change dramatically after, probably October to November, hopefully by then, because they'll start building the ID4 in Chattanooga. Chattanooga is going to be building ID4s. They already are, but they're doing the test fitment on the cars, or whatever would you want to call that, the dry runs basically. And they're going to build a small amount of those, and then when they get really rolling, they're going to be building not a whole lot, but enough where it's going to make a dent in the customer orders and speed up fulfillment. So those of you who have ID4s on order, it's going to be better for you. I just realized this is crooked a little bit here. There we go. Well, that didn't help much, but hopefully everybody's bearing with me here. Also, let's see here. Taos, the very car that Volkswagen should be making a ton of, due to fuel economy issues right now, or fuel prices now, I should say, and people being conscious of fuel economy. The Taos, if you're looking for a Taos, welcome to the club. Everybody's looking for a Taos, and everybody's looking for the Taos S. If you're looking for a Taos S in my local area, order one from me. Seriously, we have 2 on order. That's the only way we're getting them, because they're pre-sold before they get here. They're pre-sold before they even make it to Houston on a train to Houston. So make sure that you order your car or pre-reserve a car, and make sure they actually have the car in their pipeline. A lot of dealers will take your reservation money, but they don't even have the car in their pipeline, and they're just waiting on one, and they're holding your money while they do that. Make sure that's not what they're doing. Make sure they actually place an order for it and have your money attached to that ordered car. If they're not going to order the car, if they're not interested in ordering, give me a call. Shout out to people in Texas. I get a lot of people reaching out to me from Texas, and oddly enough, Florida. Texas and Florida, I get a lot of people who reach out and are willing to travel up to St. Louis to get a car. It's super easy. It's not a big deal at all. I do enough of these where it's easy. It's just easy peasy. Also, let's see. Taos SE is also a popular one. I have a few of those coming. Most of them are going to be all-wheel drive. Most of them don't have a sunroof. If you're ordering a Taos SE or looking for a Taos SE, front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, this is where the deletes are landing on this. Radar sensor delete, which is going to take away blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic or rear sensor alert. So you're not going to have those 2 things. However, it does still have remote start, still has keyless entry, still have adaptive cruise control and regular cruise control. Jetta, don't really see any deletes on Jettas as of yet. Haven't seen anything. However, we have a standing order for 10 blue Jettas for one rental car agency here in St. Louis. So they've kind of tied up our allocations for Jetta S's. So at this dealership, at least, we're saying if you want a Jetta S, you need to order it. Also, Taos SEL. I have 1 on the ground. I have 2 more coming. So I have a total of 3 of those. Those have a ventilated seat delete in a lot of cases. The 2 that I have coming, the one that I have on the ground does not have a delete. And neither one of these Taos SELs has a delete. So none of my Taoses have a delete on them. So those are going to be available. Atlas Crossport, I have a lot of SE Techs coming. Now, we have an SE Tech that we just sold yesterday. This had 3 deletes on it. It had a radar sensor delete, which took out blind spot or side assist and rear traffic alert. We had a rear hatch delete, which took away the power liftgate. And then we had a heated mirror delete. So you as a consumer out there, if you're looking for a certain car and you gotta have all these features and you're looking at the way it came at the beginning of the production year, make sure that if you find one at a dealership, you ask the questions: what deletes does it have? Does it have the mirror, the heated mirror delete? Does it have the rear hatch delete? And does it have the radar sensor delete? If it has those deletes, then it's going to be a little bit more watered down than what you're looking for. You may want to move up to an SEL where they're not deleting those items. Also, let's see here. What did I miss out on? I touched on Jetta. I have 2 Jetta SELs on order. Those are sold cars. Otherwise, I'm not getting the car, it appears. In transit from factory, I have 4 ID4s, all spoken for before anybody gets excited. No one backs out. They always buy these cars. Tiguan SE, I have looks like 4 or 5 of those, and SEL-R-Lines. I have, let's see here, let me filter this a little bit here. Okay, so I have 4 ID4s. A GTI SE is coming. And my computer froze again. Tiguan SEL-R-Line Black Edition. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these. 7 of them are all-wheel drive. 1 of them is front-wheel drive. Silver, Oryx White Pearl, Platinum Gray, and Pure White. So I get the 2 whites. Pure White and Oryx White Pearl. And then, let's see here. Tiguan SEs. Looks like 9 of them. 3 of them are front-wheel drive. The other 5 are all-wheel drive. And delete-wise, let's see. Tiguan's have been coming with the rear hatch delete. And that's pretty much it. This bunch here does not appear to have any deletes as I'm touching each one here. No delete, no delete. Panoramic sunroofs on quite a few of them. And let's see here. The other thing that this alludes to, guys, there are a lot of cars in our pipeline now. I have 9 cars for sale on my lot. 9. But my total pipeline is 94 cars. It was at 106. So we have a lot of stuff coming to us. Most of that's going to be Atlas and Atlas Crossport. A lot of that's going to be Tiguan and Taos. Not many Jettas. But most of that is Atlas and Atlas Crossport. So I have those coming. The big thing was those SEL-R-Line blacks. That was the big thing there. I don't have a lot of the other stuff, the fuel efficient stuff coming yet. But I got a feeling that they're going to switch production up a little bit, and they're going to start doing that because our gas prices look like they're kind of here to stay. Some other things that I wanted to talk about. A little different topic here. If people want to chat in the deal here, let's see here. I don't know if I have chat turned on here. So I'm not seeing anything here. Any of you guys out there watching, just type me a message to see if it's working. I'm an old dude. I'm not seeing, my iPad's not showing me anything here, and I thought I would have something show up there. But it's not showing up. Some things that I wanted to kind of talk about, this is just off the top of the head here, that might help you out if you're a car buyer, just buying. Oh, I see it on my phone. I don't see it on the iPad there. And that is, oh, hey. Okay, so that popped up there. Let me see if I can get it back on the iPad here. Yeah, okay. So what I wanted to talk about, gas prices are high, inflation's high, price of cars are high, used car prices are high, trade-in values are high, everything's high. So, if you're out there buying a car, I'm not, how many Taos available? Give me 1 second, I'll get back to that. And if you guys want to donate to the channel, there should be a super chat button on there. You can donate $2, $5, whatever. It helps me maybe buy some not crappy equipment and help me finish this room and do more cool stuff. And driving videos and stuff like that. If you want to, that's fine. I'm not trying to pressure anybody, but hey, I appreciate y'all. With the prices being as high as they are, you buy a new car, please, 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 unless you put a sizable amount of money down on your car, make sure you get gap insurance. And a lot of insurance companies will say, hey, we can provide you with that, whatever, but make sure your gap insurance is going to cover the gap between what you owe on your car and what they're going to pay you on your car. Gap insurance is really important now. Unless you're putting $10, $11, $12, $13,000 down, you're gonna have inequity in that new car. Make sure you get gap insurance to cover it. I'd hate to see what happens if people don't understand what gap insurance is. Visualize you have a car, your asset. Okay, you just for some dumb reason park that car on the railroad tracks and a train hits it and destroys it. You've had that car for 6 months. You bought it for $14,000. It's only worth $10,000. If your loan is still for $14,000 plus the interest, or say $15,000, the insurance company is going to give you a check for $10,000. You still owe Bank of America $15,000. Where's that $5,000 coming from? You've got to write them a check or send them a payment for $5,000. And it's not like, in most cases, they're not going to work with you and say, hey, we can do that. We'll give you time to pay for that. No, because the car's getting totaled, it's getting taken off to the junkyard. They want that settled now. So you got to come up with $5,000 to pay out right now to cover that gap in between what you owe and what the insurance company gave you for the car. Now, in this market though, a lot of people are getting lucky and they're getting a whole lot more for that dead car, that totaled car, than they would have a year ago or 6 months ago, because the market is just nuts. Okay? But make sure you have gap insurance to cover you. It's peace of mind. If you're leasing a car, most manufacturers, say most manufacturers are going to provide you with gap insurance free of charge while you're leasing that car. If you go ahead and pay that car off though, you pay off the lease early, the gap insurance is now canceled, so you got no coverage there. You don't really need it, but you don't have any leg to stand on if the car gets totaled. It just goes away, and now you don't have a car. Speaking of not having a car, I get a lot of customers now who come into the dealership, their car was totaled. They want to just come in, hey, I want to get a Jetta. I want to get it today. What do you mean you don't have any Jettas? Why don't you have any cars? What rock have you been under? What rock have you been living under where you don't understand that we don't have inventory in stock? We're not going to have inventory in stock. In most cases, we're not going to have the car that you're looking for. When you go to a dealership with an open mind. Don't go to the dealership saying, I want blue, I want a sunroof, I want this, and expect to have it in 2 weeks or less. That's just ludicrous. At this point, have a plan B color, a plan C color, and a plan D color. And I guarantee you, if all the manufacturers are like Volkswagen is currently, black, white, gray, and silver are pretty much what they're going to have. And of those 4 colors, which color is the most popular? White. Take white out. Black, silver, and gray. Be open to it. Buy that car. Lease that car. Lease it for a shorter amount of time until we get out of this crazy, stupid market. Trade it in while the values are still high, and then get what you want or order what you want while you're driving a new car. And then by the time, if they tell you it takes a year, if it takes 18 months, you've ordered a car and you're still driving a car while you're waiting for that car. Because renting a car right now is nuts. Using Turo is nuts. Any of that stuff. Using apps, taking Ubers, that's all expensive. And everything's going up because everybody's paying that gas price. We will have $5+ per gallon probably in 3 weeks here in St. Louis. We're already at $4.89. We started ticking down. We went all the way down to $4.19 and thought, hey, that's a bargain. And now we're back up to $4.89 and we're $5.29 for premium. And I know we're in the Midwest. We're the last ones to get it. Our friends in Chicago are already over $5. Everybody else in the country is probably over $5, unless my friends in Kansas City down the road. They may be a little cheaper than St. Louis. They typically are. But for the most part, yeah, we're in the upper 4s, but we're going to get to 6 before it's done. It just seems like that's going to happen. I'm going to go back and look at some of the chat here and answer some questions. I'm not messing or leaving you behind here. Let's see here. I work for Volkswagen Chicago. I started 2 months ago, and your videos with the walk around helped me a lot when learning about VW cars. Execution. That is, well, that's a baller name. I like it. Wow. Well, I'm glad that it's helping you, and welcome to the Volkswagen brand. And I hope happy selling. I hope you do well. Let's see here. S23. Shout out. Thank you. Execution. Woo! Thank you for the donation. We have a lot of Atlas, but no one wants them because of the no lift gate and no blind spot. Yeah, I can see that. Those are all SE Techs, I bet. And that's a larger vehicle to not have blind spot. And I will tell you something else, guys. The guys out there that don't work for Volkswagen, or maybe you work for a different car brand, or you've been in a car business, the turnaround time for these cars now, it has changed a ton. An aged unit used to be 90 days, then I got down to 60 days, 45 days. Now, you would not believe it if I told you, for Volkswagen, an aged unit, 15 days. 15, 1-5. If a car lasts on a lot 15 days, it's an aged unit, it starts hurting our allocation. These cars with no liftgate and no blind spot are going to hurt. They're going to sting everybody because people say they got to have it. So effectively what this is going to do, in my opinion, is push people to the SEL and the SEL-R-Line Black and the SEL Premium R-Line. It's going to push them all up there. Good luck on the VEST training. Is the 2022 Atlas Crossword SE Technology R-Line the same body size as the 2022 SEL-R-Line? Okay, that is Natalia Yo. There isn't an SEL, an SE Tech R-Line for 2022. They killed it. There's only the SEL R-Line and the SEL Premium R-Line. But the body size is the same, nothing changed. I hope that answered your question. Let's see here. On the Taos, I'll go back to Leonard Scott. Leonard Scott, you said how many Taos available? Let's see here. Let me scroll up here and find my Taos allocation here. So for me, my total pipeline, I have 15 of them, of which I'm going to have probably 4 of those pre-sold. So I have 8 at port. Of those, 2 SELs, or what? No, 2 SELs, and all the rest are SEs. One of the 2 SELs is, or actually there's a further 3rd SEL, but that SEL is still in transit to port, and that's ordered. I have that one ordered for a customer as a cornflower blue SEL. That reminds me, those of you who are looking for cornflower blue Taos, just order the dang car. Stop looking around calling every dealer, hey, do you have the cornflower blue? Because the dealers, I want to tell you what they're doing. They're going to tell you, yes, absolutely we do. And when you get there, I'm sorry, we just sold that before you got here. I've done it time and time again. I've had customers call me and say, hey, I'm going to California or South Carolina to get this car. I'm going to Texas to get this car. I'm going to Oklahoma to get this car. They said they have it. They'll hold it for me. I'll go look it up in the back screen. Volkswagen as a network has a back screen that you can look at. It's called OMD. It's windy outside all of a sudden. Okay, so there is a back screen that we can look at, and that back screen tells when a car was retail sold or when it wasn't retail sold. I can tell you when a car was sold. Most of the dealerships that have inventory on their lot, or on their website I should say, they've already sold it, but they're leaving cars up that are cars of interest to get you to call or come to the dealership. It's a trick. It's not nice, but some people are doing that. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of business and you're watching out for that. Don't let them trick you into saying, oh, it's not here. Oh, and there's a $4,000 markup or a $3,000 markup. And while we're talking about markups, in St. Louis, as far as I know, I'm the only dealership that's not marking our cars up anymore. There are 6 dealerships in St. Louis, and almost every single one of them are marking their cars up, but they won't tell you that. They'll have an addendum on the car. It won't say it on the website, and you come in or you call and come in. They won't mention it until it comes time for you to buy that car. A $24,000 Jetta is marked up locally at a dealership here in St. Louis to $29,000. Market adjustment was only $1,500, and they marked up the rest in just bogus other stuff. Don't fall for it. We won't do that. We haven't. We don't plan to. We don't foresee the supply chain getting any certain way where we would need to do that. We're not marking them up. We have to turn them to earn them. It's always been that way, and that's what we do now. So let's see here. Is there ever going to be an R-Line for the Taos? Don't know. I would think that eventually they will, but right now in the midst of a chip shortage, there's no real motivation to do that. There's no real need to do that. There may be an R-Line later, because they seem to be putting R-Lines on pretty much everything, but they did kill it on the Jetta too. So there's no R-Line on the Jetta either, so then there's that logic. Let's see here. Cornflower blue, favorite color. Yes, that's an awesome color. Let's see here. Do you know if a vehicle has no remote start, if they install it with a part, or if VW will be able to use remote start on the CarNet app? Okay, so the way the CarNet app or my VW app works is you have to have factory installed Volkswagen remote start to use it. Okay, so let's say you have a Jetta S. That car does not come with remote start standard. You would have to add the extended range remote start capability with that third fob, but that's a factory install. I mean, even though it's done at a dealership, done by the technician, they're going to change out the parts they need to adjust or put a new wiring harness in or whatever parts they need. It's not going to be cheap, but it can be done. So if you can add an extended range remote start to that Volkswagen product, you'll be able to add the CarNet stuff to it. If it's model year 2020 or newer. It has to be 2020 or newer. If it's 2019, 2018, forget it. You can't do it. But you can do that on the 2020 and newer models. I hope that helps. Let's see here. When is the Atlas Crossport R-Line Black Edition all black rolling in? Yeah, they're built already. They're building them now. We have 4 at Chattanooga right now. All of them are released to carrier. So I'm hoping, it's a thunderstorm. I'm hoping that they're going to show up at our dealership next week. And you can bet your butt I'm going to make a video of every one of them. A gray one, a red one, a white one, and a black one. Whoo, that black one's going to be hot. That red one's going to be fire. I think they all are going to be badass. But the red and the black, oh, and tourmaline blue. I'm not getting one, but when you see a tourmaline blue one, you go, what was that? Dude, this car is going to look special. This car is going to be badass. Let's see here. How popular are the Arteons in the U.S.? Right now? They're not at all. Because no one's got them. They've taken all of this year to get them built, and they're just now rolling off boats into port. Just now, let's see here. I think we just got ours off the ship literally today or yesterday. Let me go back. Atlas Arteon port. Yeah, our Arteon SE-R-Line front wheel drive, black on black, just showed up at port, and it's due between the 19th and the 24th. It arrived early. So Arteons are getting off the boat now, and they're going to start showing up at dealerships. And they're going to be limited supply of these. Limited. So I don't know what to tell you. If you're interested in ordering one, order one. Because otherwise, it's going to be a hard thing to find. And by the way, Execution, thank you for the donation. I definitely appreciate it. Let's see here. Yeah. S23, that Golf R. Woo! You have no idea. 1,600 miles on it already. It's broke in. Still haven't done launch control. Don't want to get arrested. I have got to find a place to do that. The track is all the way across St. Louis on the other side. Don't want to track it yet. Fastest I've driven it, 118. Allegedly. Allegedly. You know what? There are some things that I will make a video about that I do not like, that aren't my favorite about the Golf R, but overall, woo, it's a 10. Okay, some things I want to mention about the Golf R. Well, he got me started on this, so I'm going to mention it. That key fob. Let me see if I got my key fob on me. Here's the key fob. Here's the key fob for the Golf R, right here. There it is, R on the back. This key fob, if you can see that, it's indented on the left right there. That's lock, unlock, and trunk unlock right there. Do you see the panic alarm right there on that side? Do you see how it's not indented? It's flat on the surface there. Now, here's my beef. Volkswagen, fix this. Here's the wallet that I carry in my front pocket. If that and this are in the same pocket, when I move, I can move where the stretchy fabric on my pants or whatever, it actually presses the panic alarm. 5 is the number of times I've set off the alarm while in the car in a drive-through or just toll booth or whatever to pay for, reaching into a pocket to pay for something, and it presses the alarm button and I've got to dig it out of my pocket and turn it off, let alone how embarrassed you are. So now I take the key out and I set it in a cup holder. I hate that because I want to just get out of the car and just go. But yeah, that's my beef. The infotainment screen, guys, get over it. The people out there, all the reviewers that talk about how terrible that infotainment screen is, you set it and forget it is done. You hit the R button to bring up comfort, race, all that stuff, the drift mode and all of that. It's easy. Man, it's easy. Climate control. Yeah, you got to bring that up. You got to hit the climate button and all of that stuff. Man, all you got to do is get used to it. You drive a car, you're going to get used to that. It's super easy. Super easy. This car has been badass. Badass from the word go. Love it, love it, love it. I'm working on getting a paint protection on the front. I'm actually thinking about getting black mirror caps. I'm not a fan of the silver mirror caps on the car, but that stuff's going to all be changed. I can fix that easy. So I'm not digging on the car. Man, car's badass. Fun to drive, comfortable. The comfort mode in this car is amazing. And I may have said it in a video, but I live on a street where it's sectioned concrete. You know, they build streets out of concrete, the sections where you go down the street and low profile tires. And a car like that, I thought for sure it was going to be all the way around. No, it's not. Change it to comfort mode. It's super smooth. It takes it all away, and it's instant. It's instant. It's so awesome. This car, best car ever. I've owned an Atlas SEL, second best car ever. Golf GTI 2016 SE, third best car ever. They keep getting better. Better. Badass. Awesome. Just awesome cars. Awesome tech. Awesome features. There's a lot in that car. And the Golf R, they're showing out. They're showing out in the Golf R. And if they bring that tech to other models, look out. Woo! I mean, nothing's going to touch it. Nothing's going to touch it. All the stuff that they have. Let's see here. Looking more at the chat here. Let's see. Just got my 22 GLI delivered. Beautiful car. If anyone is on the fence post about buying one, do it. Absolutely. I've sold 3. Rising Blue Metallic is the most probably the most gorgeous shade of blue, this side of lapis blue. It is a sexy, sexy car. If you haven't seen my video of the Rising Blue Metallic GLI, go look at it. The sun's hitting it. And here's the thing, guys. It's just me, so I don't have a crew of people to clean up cars, wash them, and do all that stuff so I can make a video of them. Every one of those cars in the video, 96% of them, those cars I filmed dirty. But it doesn't show up on camera. I cheat. That car is gorgeous dirty. That's how beautiful the color is. That's how beautiful the car is. I can't tell you how awesome Volkswagen's paints are. And they're all chameleons. They change with the weather. They change on the lighting. They change. And they have that metallic flake in them, except for pure gray and moonstone gray. They all have that metallic flake in them. Gorgeous, gorgeous cars. Let's see. What else are we talking about here? Yeah, get the GLI. Seriously, order one. Order one. They're not just going to fall in your lap. They just won't. Oh, here's the thing I want to paint about that. The picture I want to paint. Everybody in St. Louis, at least, still comes into the dealership and they think, oh, we'll go to Buick, we're going to Chevy, we're going to Mazda, we go to Honda, we go to Toyota. We're going to look at cars. We're going to test drive all day. Woo! By the time you get the Volkswagen, where are all your cars? I don't understand. We went to Ford and they didn't have an Escape. All they had was a loaner car for us to drive. Really? Are you that unaware? Why do people still think that they can just test drive 6 cars at every dealership and pick what they want and come back in 3 months and buy it? If the car is on the lot, go to the next dealer if that's what you're going to do. But man, move fast. I can't tell you, we sold 3 Jettas in 45 minutes. The manager left to go get our lunch on a Saturday. Me and one other salesman sold 3 Jettas in 45 minutes. All 3 of them. One was orange, one was red, one was black. And they were Jetta S's. All 3 of them gone. 45 minutes. People will buy differently when they are faced with no choices. All I have is orange. Okay, I guess I'll take it. It does get 41 miles a gallon. Not my first choice, but not my second, not my third. But it's here, and I can buy it. There you go. So, do your research. Do your research online, less in the dealership. Okay? Research more online. Watch videos like mine. Volkswagen, it's hard to find a lot of Volkswagen videos other than what I do. They're polished up stuff that third parties do that don't necessarily care about Volkswagen or whatever. They're just doing the video and they're doing a comparison. And there's 3 guys, they do the comparison of head to head to head, Subaru, Volkswagen, and Mazda. And one of the 3 always picks each brand, so they never decide one brand over the other. No one builds a terrible car. I'm passionate about Volkswagen. That's what I drive. Excuse me. Allergies are kicking in. But seriously, do your research online. Drive less cars. Figure out what you're going to like, what you're going to love before you go. If it doesn't have the features you want, then rule it out. Just rule it out. Don't bother driving it and say, oh, I guess I'll settle. Because you'll be cussing yourself the whole 3 to 6 year period that you're owning that car, saying I woulda, coulda, if I woulda, coulda, shoulda. So get what you want. If what you want doesn't exist, order it. It's that simple. But don't go test driving cars with no intention of buying when you test drive. It's that serious now. It's that way now. I wouldn't. I'm closing the laptop. It's done. I wouldn't waste your time driving a car that's not going to be there for you to purchase in 6 months, whatever your timeline is. Don't go test driving if you're 3 months out. It doesn't matter how the car drives. It doesn't matter if you loved it. It doesn't matter if you didn't like how the seat fit. None of that matters if you're not on the now. And I know that sounds terse, maybe harsh, but that's the world we're in right now. Don't go test driving cars that you're going to fall in love with no intentions of buying it. Don't do it. Don't waste your time. Do your research, figure it out. Another model may come out, another feature may come out, the chip shortage might improve, whatever. Don't go to the dealership to test drive cars until you're ready to buy it. Plain and simple. Let the video people, let me tell you, hey, it's got a great turning radius. It does this, it does that. Let me show you. But don't just go drive it just, if it's here, it's meant to be. If it's not, what a terrible, terrible thing to say. Just don't do it. You're wasting your time. You're getting your hopes up. I did touch on gap insurance, and I'm going all over the place. Just hopefully I'm giving you information that you're looking for. Let's see here. 2019 VW All-Track and Touareg and EOS. Wow. Man, you got the old school stuff. Let's see here. White with Marrakesh brown. Oh, that's a good interior color. That color was so sought after. They never built enough of those. S23, you're absolutely right. Key fob cover. That's the way I'm going to have to go. Let's see here. I don't why Volkswagen Touareg not allowed to be in the U.S. Okay, so that's Hamza Rivera. Touareg. They don't sell enough Touaregs in the U.S. to justify the EPA regulations and meeting the EPA guidelines for that car, because that car would have to go through EPA guidelines or whatever to get recertified to sell in the U.S. The price tag kind of killed it for the U.S. market, a la the Atlas came out. The Atlas was supposed to be the replacement for it because Americans, remember the Atlas is built for the American market, specifically for the American market. So all you guys out there, the Atlas is built for you. That's why it's at the price point it is. That's why it's so cost effective to have an Atlas. That's why it's so competitive. That's why it drives the way it does. That's why it has the number of cup holders it has. That is why that car is so big, because of the American market. Big as in size. That's what I mean. The Touareg, it's a great car. Touareg buyers would absolutely 110% agree with you. Why aren't the Touaregs in the U.S.? Because Touareg buyers will only buy another Touareg. That's it. Great car. The 2020 model, 2021, 2022, all of those. It's such a badass car, but they're not coming back to the States because they won't sell in the numbers Volkswagen would need them to sell in, and they can't justify the price tag in the U.S. for that car. Americans are not spenders of big money on a car that's not a premium brand, and Volkswagen will never be considered a premium brand to the American buyer. So they won't justify it. Let's see here. Let's see here. Poor sales. I had mine 14 years. Yeah. I think you're talking about the EOS and the All-Track. Well, the All-Track you obviously didn't have 14 years, but the All-Track suffered from poor sales too. The U.S. market is the smallest market in the world, and Volkswagen thought they were going to really challenge Subaru with that car, and they didn't put the R&D into it to really make that happen. Let's see here. Let's see. Found exactly what I wanted in inventory. Worth more now than I paid for it new. Yep, I believe that. What's your least favorite VW ever produced? That's an interesting question. I haven't really thought about that. The least. Hey, Omaha, how you doing? Let's see. Least favorite VW ever produced. In my time, hello, says hello everyone, 314 J-Rock, how you doing? Least favorite, I have to think about that for a second. I might have to come back to that. I'm going to put an asterisk here. I'm going to say my least favorite produced VW was probably the EOS. And I'm gonna tell you why. The EOS was a great car. It was a badass car. It was a transformer. It was the transformer. But as that car ages, there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong with the lid on that car, the roof. And if you needed a new roof, you were paying over $10,000 for a new roof. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of cash. So if you got an older EOS, get an extended warranty on that roof to cover the electronics and the stuff on that car. That car was kind of hard to sell because that car was a $36,000 car up to about 43, I think, 42, 43. God, it was a nice car, and it had get up and go. That car scoots. That 2.0. If you got the executive or the comfort, or even the sport was nice, and with the LED headlights and the the LED running lights and the xenon headlights, that car was badass. Get nice wheels on it. That was a nice convertible, nice roadster. And I wish Volkswagen would bring back some type of roadster, kind of like that, whether it be a Beetle again or something with a convertible top. But you got to have a convertible in the stable. You just do. And then the second least, maybe the Sport Wagon. The Sport Wagon just didn't have enough oomph. The Golf Sport Wagon, the 15 and newer, it was just meh. They could have done a lot more stuff to that. The LED light package definitely helped. The sunroof definitely helped. The interior was nice and all of that stuff. But if you got one that had the halogen headlights, it's kind of boring. Let's see. Gary Hansen. I used to play Pac-Man at the arcade in Gallagher. Yep. That thing right there, awesome. Love that thing. Best Buy, $500. Bought it. It's a little short, but it's perfect for this room. Awesome. Let's see here. Let's see. I want to make sure I get everybody here. And, again, if you want to donate to the channel, you can do the super chat thing. You can donate. I'll definitely give you a shout out for donating. It helps me buy more equipment and stuff. Because remember, I'm a car salesman. Yeah, I make decent money selling cars when I have them. Don't always have them. We have yet to run out down to zero, but we've come close quite a few times, and those are lean times. But it helps me buy equipment. I'm going to buy a better camera. I've got a better tripod there, and I'm going to buy a better camera and some other stuff and make some stuff work. And this room I'm paying for out of my own pocket here. So this will be nice. I'll decorate it nice, and it'll be a nice little studio. And I'm actually going to give it to my kid as her bedroom. She wants to have a bedroom downstairs eventually, but we'll finish our basement completely and do all that later. And I'm not doing that. We're going to hire somebody to do that because woo. Okay. Can you please explain the extra warranty that you provide for the cats? I'm assuming that's cars that you sell. Is it a third-party manufacturer or manufacturer's warranty? Okay, that's Leonard Scott. Like that name, by the way. Is Michael Scott your brother? Just kidding. That's what she said. So, on that warranty, what Leonard Scott is talking about is we offer a 10-year, 200,000-mile engine and powertrain warranty that's nationwide. Doesn't matter if you're in Phoenix, Omaha, San Ysidro, 29 Palms, Portland, Oregon, or Maine. Doesn't matter. You have that warranty. We give that to you free of charge with every new Volkswagen that we sell. It's the Bommarito Advantage. That's through Bommarito. Okay, so it's an engine and powertrain warranty. It covers gaskets and seals. It is free of charge to you until you use it. It has a $250 deductible anytime you do use it. You need to make sure you keep all your receipts for all of the maintenance that you do on a car. Now with this warranty, it goes away if you miss any scheduled maintenance interval. So if it says, I'm just doing an example, if it says you got to do a brake flush, the manufacturer's warranty, your manual says that the car you own has to have a brake flush at 40,000 miles and you do it at 40,001 mile, that warranty goes away. It's not gonna, they're gonna kick it because they're looking for receipts. They want to look for times and all that, and make sure you did everything you're supposed to keep that car tip-top shape. So if you didn't, that's on you. Okay, that's why that warranty goes away. But it's free of charge. It's 10 years, 200,000 miles. Sorry, I almost said 250,000 miles. That's not it. 10-year, 200,000 mile engine and powertrain warranty. Doesn't cost you a penny. Do your oil changes on time. Once every 10,000 miles. If you do it late at 10,001 miles, it's gone. That's the caveat there. So make sure you're doing your maintenance on time and you've got that warranty. I hope that helps. And it's a third party, and it's done by a company called Easy Care. So that's the third party. So they're nationwide. Let's see here. I have a 22 SEL-R-Line Tiguan and about 7,000 miles on it. Love it. Should I wait till the 10K mark to get its service? It's running great, but Louisiana is hot. About to take a road trip in July. That's completely on you. If you want to do that oil change early, you can, but you got 3,000 more miles to go. I'm a little old school though. Back when they used to say change your oil every 3,000 miles. On my cars, I typically do them at 7,500. Even though it says 10,000 miles, I typically do 7,500. So if you want to do that, I would say before your road trip, yes, get the oil changed if you want to go that route. But you're only going to get 2 free maintenance there. So you'll get one at 7,000. They'll see that you use one, and you'll get one more. So if you're going to do it at 7,000 mile intervals, that means at 14,000 miles, you're done. Otherwise, if you go to 10 and then do the next one 10,000 miles from that, you make it all the way to 20 before you pay for an oil change. Hopefully that helps, and have a safe trip. Let's see here. Absolutely get it serviced. It's close enough to 10K. I'm in Florida. Yep, that's what T. Brady says. I'm guessing you're a Tom Brady fan. Go Chiefs. Let's see here. Hi, IQ. Yes, I did get your email, but I got it after hours. Well, I didn't get it after hours. I saw it after hours, and I'm going to talk to you on Monday. I think we were talking about an SEL Premium R-Line Atlas. Let's see here. Gary Hansen. My dad used to own his own dealership, and his favorite car was a 76 Mustang. Yeah, I'm going to say my favorite car. Yeah, I like Atlases a lot. But my favorite car overall is probably going to be Golf R, GTI, in that order. And then Atlas and Atlas Crossport R-Line, of course. Let's see. Atlas SEL-R-Line or SEL-R-Line Premium. What will you pick and why? If we're talking about personal choice for me, the premium, leather seats, ventilated seats, premium audio. But here's what I learned. From owning an Atlas SEL, I really wanted to spend the money on the premium, and I wanted to spoil my wife with that. But here's the thing. The premium audio in a people hauler like the Atlas, in my scenario, I have 2 daughters and my wife. If we're in that car, there's 4 of us. To enjoy premium audio, I used to work at Best Buy. I worked at Best Buy for 11 years, so I'm not an audiophile. Maybe I'm more of a videophile. And maybe I'm a little bit audiophile and I'm a little bit videophile. I'm a techie guy. Just because I worked for Best Buy all those years and I was really good at what I did there. You're not going to get to enjoy the premium audio in an SEL Premium R-Line carrying passengers. Dad, turn it down. I can't talk. Do you really have to listen to it that loud? Oh, roll the windows up. It's loud in there. Now you got to turn it down even more. You're not going to hear the bass. You're not going to hear the hi-hat. You're not going to hear any of the stuff, any of the elements an audiophile wants to hear, unless you're the only person in the car. So what I learned is the speaker setup in the SEL Atlas was more than enough. Now, I'm also going to add a caveat there. Mine is a 2019, and I think it still had 8 speakers. They dropped it to 6 speakers after that. They dropped it by 2 speakers in the SEL when they went to the 2021 models. I think they did 2020 when they changed the speaker number in the Atlas. So they dropped the number of speakers, so the sound quality may not be as good. Let's see here. Never drove them, mainly drove older cars. Yes, they overheat a lot with a 302 engine, but okay. Let's see here. Thoughts on the Phaeton? Best car Volkswagen ever built, hands down, but terrible marketing. Let's go over the cars that Volkswagen markets terribly. Phaeton, Touareg, Arteon, CC, EOS. Those are all cars they marketed terribly, and the sales followed suit. Volkswagen has never built a bad car. Never. They advertise terribly. Why? Because the U.S. market is this much percentage of the global market for Volkswagen. They don't understand it, but they finally get it. They finally cut the key. They gave Scott Keogh, our CEO for Volkswagen of America, the head guy here, he has the keys to the car now. So he has full autonomy to do what he wants in the U.S. We don't have to call Wolfsburg and say, can we do this? Will you allow us to do this? Can we have this? We don't have to do that anymore. So I would think that we're going to have a lot more cool stuff coming to the States now. Now keep in mind, there's the big bad EPA. Or I say big bad, they're not big bad. But we got our hand slapped, so we're a little gun shy of tangoing with the EPA. So anything new that we bring to the U.S., Tiguan R, Amarok, Touareg R, Touareg period, or ID Buzz, or even ID4 GTX, any of those that come to the U.S., got to go through all the scrutiny to get here. Now you say, hey, ID Buzz and GTX are electric vehicles, there's no EPA. Well, there's still a window sticker, there's still EPA, MPGs and all that on a window sticker. Are you sure? So there's a lot more things, there's a lot more nuts and bolts to it than just bringing a car over and selling it. It's got to meet the EPA guidelines, and by EPA, that means California emission standards. Now, that brings me to electric cars. ID4. Oh, sold out. 2022s, there's a lot of them out there. There are a lot of orders out there. There's not a lot of fulfilled cars yet. We have 6 or 7 of them coming that hopefully I'll be able to make a video of each one of those. Those are all owned cars. Those are all already ordered cars, so we'll have to see what happens there. But they're getting ready to fire up Chattanooga's line to build ID4s there. And the way I think it's going to go is all of the Chattanooga built ID4s that start building here in July, probably going in August, will be 2023 models to differentiate them between the 2022s currently being built over the pond in Germany. So the ones that are coming from Germany, 2023s. I'm sorry, 2022s. The ones coming from Chattanooga will be a little more Americanized, a little different, and they'll be 2023s. And I think they'll be our first 2023 models. Let's see. ID Buzz. Remember, that is coming to the U.S. 2024 model. They just started building them over in Germany, literally last week or the week before. So those are now in production. 2024. If you want to be on a wait list, reach out to me. I'm starting a wait list. I am going to have a wait list. You can put money on it. The only way you get on a wait list, though, is to pay money. And I understand there's no specs, there's none of that on the car, but anybody will call me and say, put me on the list. And if I don't have money to back it up, I can't place an order for it without money. Then I've got to chase you down to get money to put you on the list. So it's easier for me to already have the money and say, these people already paid. Let's get orders out. And that's how that car is going to go. It's going to have a lot of orders. A lot of hippies, a lot of grandmas, a lot of great grandmas are going to want that car. And it's electric. Wow, that's a lot. And it looks cool. Let's see here. Let's see. When will ID3 go on sale? ID3 is not coming to the States. ID3 has been on sale over in Europe, has been on sale, and it set all kinds of records. But the ID3 doesn't come to the States. At least I haven't heard anything to the contrary saying that it will come to the States. Let's see here. My dad had a VW bus in the 70s. No problems with that. That thing was a problem magnet. Let's see here. Corrado. Yeah, Corrado would be nice to have back in the States. So would the Scirocco. So would even the Polo. Or even the Up. The Up would be a good one. Let's see here. What else do we need to talk about? Oh, we did talk about, hold on. Is it possible to custom order a Jetta SE with the sunroof, but without the black wheel package, Monster Max first aid kit? Also, did you go to KU? Rock Chalk. Yes, I did go to KU. Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Woo! I was there the year they won in 1988. That's how old I am. Holy crap. I'm that old. I'm this many old times 5 plus 5 and 1. So yeah, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. I even had a banner the year Sports Illustrated wrote about a sign that I made. The year that the Final Four was, I think it was 1991. The Final Four was held in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I made a banner that said the weather forecast for Minneapolis was foggy, spelled P-H-O-G-G-Y. You'll get that. No one else will probably get that. Reference to Fog Allen Fieldhouse. All who enter pay heed. Yes, love that. Sports Illustrated wrote about my sign, and I kept that Sports Illustrated for then a flood happened, whatever, and lost it. Oh my God, it was awesome. But anyway, I regress. Is it possible to, of course, custom order a Jetta with a sunroof, but without the black wheel package? I believe the answer is yes. However, the way they're configuring them, the answer is no. What I would say is if you actually custom order it, I think you can order it that way. When it comes to matching, they may try to push you into one that's already built that has the black wheel package. But I would say try to order it. If you're willing to order it from me, hint, hint, we can order it and we'll see what we get. Fly in, drive out. I'm assuming you're somewhere in the Missouri, Kansas area, KU fan. I'm just a short drive down I-70. Of course, you probably know that. Everybody in Kansas City knows about St. Louis. So, and I'm just presuming that you're in the Kansas City area. High IQ. Are we talking about the buzz? You want to be in line for that? Hey, let's go. We'll talk about that on Monday. Send me a separate email for that. Let's see here. And I hope you guys are okay with my format here. I'm kind of a hamming it up, whatever. And I'm trying not to ramble and go around. But hey, I'm having fun with this. Hit me up. Shoot me a question. You can do a super chat. You can donate the whatever down there. Also, I got shirts. Hold on one second. I'm going to show you a shirt. I have t-shirts here. Sweatshirts. I got these. Because my kids said I needed to get merch. I got this guy right here. I didn't open it up yet. So I got to check it out, see what it is. I think it's my hoodie. Yep, it's 2 hoodies. Woohoo! So there's the hoodie right there. There's what it looks like, VW Guru. So super nice hoodie right there. It's on the front there. That's pretty cool. And then I got a different one here in gray. This guy right here. And then I've got t-shirts over there too. But these things here, I'm telling you what, guys, this is weird because I want to tell you the story of how I got on YouTube. The plan was none of this, okay? So the idea was I used to work for a different dealer in the St. Louis metro area. There was Dean Team in Kirkwood. Worked there for 5 years, and it was time to make a move. So I moved to another dealership, Bommarito St. Peter's, which is roughly 18 to 20 miles north and west of that, and there's no convenient way to get from that dealership to my dealership. So I effectively lost all of my customer base. So I started making videos. I have a friend, Larry Pinky Persons. Google him. You can find him. He's 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 legit. But if you're looking for supercars or high-end cars, he's the guy to talk to. Or you can talk to me and I can set you up with him. But the dealership I worked at did sell high-end cars. So if you look way back on the stuff that I did way back on Facebook and resells cars and all that, you'll see a lot of high-end stuff: Bentleys, Maseratis, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, all that stuff. I've sold a Ferrari, a $200,000 Ferrari, to a doctor in California. So I've done that too. So Volkswagen is where I landed though. I needed, since I was a new salesman at this dealership, they had 4 other salespeople. Everybody that walked in the front door was here to see one of those 4 people, not me. So my goal was to make videos and get my name out around the St. Louis area so people would ask for me and come see me at the new dealership. I failed miserably at doing that. Instead, I didn't think about YouTube being a global platform. Global. Think about that. I didn't think about that. I just wanted to be busy in St. Louis. So, St. Louis people, if you're out there, hi. But 90%, 95% of the people that talk to me are not in St. Louis. Not. They're in the contiguous United States. I get a lot of people who call me from Canada. I've had a few from outside of North America call me. That's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Thanks for everybody who watches. But hey, it turned into this. I didn't even know you could subscribe. I didn't know. The only reason I had a YouTube channel is because 8 years prior, I had an HD flip cam. And an HD flip cam, for you to take the HD video from it and upload, or to see it, you had to have a YouTube channel. So you had to upload that way. And the first video I uploaded was a video of the tornado sirens going off during a hailstorm. And it got a ton of views. And it was like, oh, okay. Didn't worry about it. Fast forward 11, 12 years. All of a sudden I started making videos, walk-arounds of cars. And they are terrible. They are terrible. I will tell you that. They're terrible. Terrible videos. But they're still on there. I didn't take any of them down, so you can still see them. They're awful. Don't get the car in the shot all the way. It's 3 minutes or less. I don't pan out. I don't do this. I don't show things. I still don't show engine bays, and I get a lot of criticism for that. But that's not what 90% of the people who are buying cars are looking for. They're just not. They want to know all the features on the car. They don't care about the under the hood. So that's why I don't spend a lot of time doing that. I will do some of that. I will incorporate some of that at some point, but I just haven't. And then one day, I went from I didn't even know subscribers were a thing, but I hooked up Gmail to a new tablet I bought, and all these notifications start showing up. And it says, so-and-so subscribed, so-and-so subscribed, so-and-so subscribed. And I'm like, what is this subscribing? So I go to this channel and I look, I had 23 subscribers. 23. Okay. That's cool, I guess. Then I started making more content and putting more videos up, and I started getting these notifications, enough of them where I turned it off. I had 150 subscribers. What does that do? Okay. Then 2019 happened. 2019. If you go back to, you can filter through my videos and look at the most popular. The most popular one video is a 2019 SEL Premium R-Line Arteon. That video changed everything. That video, I put it up. It got maybe 150 views the first day I put it up. I was ecstatic. It's got 150 views. Wow, that's impressive. 150 people watched that video today. Next day, 600 views. Next day, 1,300 views. Wow, this is kind of cool. One day in October, that video got 7,200 views. I, to this day, do not know how that happened. I have yet to have a video eclipse that. Yet. But that video got me subscribers to the point where I had like 600 subscribers. I didn't know. And then the video hit, when that video first hit 100,000 views. It hit 100,000 views, and I was like, oh, wow, this is a thing. 100,000 views. I had no idea. Still, I was like excited. And then I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I had over, I don't remember what the threshold is, but there's a threshold you have to hit on views to be able to monetize the channel. Okay. It did that, and it took me I had a devil of a time figuring out how to get the channel monetized, because I started this resells cars thing, and I had the original YouTube channel where I uploaded the HD flip to, and well, when you monetize a channel, it says you've already got a channel over there. You need to close that or close this before you can get monetized. What? So it took me literally a month to figure out how to get rid of that channel, delete everything on it, and start this new one and get it up and going. And then the first day I got monetized, I earned $3.13, and I was like, whoa, I got $3 for one day? I was excited. Didn't know. And now, guys, it's amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. It's just, I figured I'd tell that story because I didn't know YouTube. It's clear. I still don't know YouTube. I'm getting better at it, and I'm catering to it, but still, there's a lot I don't know. There's a lot I'm not aware of, but I appreciate you guys being along for the ride. If you want to, like I said, if you want to donate to the channel, you can do super chat or whatever. You can buy a hoodie or whatever. Maybe I helped you buy a car in Virginia or North Carolina or something, and you can't come buy a car from me. You can buy a hoodie. That helps me out. That works. There's a Teespring logo up in the corner up there. There's like a Facebook, a Twitter, and Instagram up there, and there's also a Teespring. If you click on that little springy one, that will take you to this where you can buy a hoodie or whatever. I get a portion of that. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Let's see. Making sure. Oh, Wikium ASMR, $500, $500 deposit, and I will tell you that I will refund that. It's not. I'm not going to say non-refundable on that because we may not be able to produce the car for you. But yeah, $500. Oh, thanks for the super chat. Yo. Let's see here. T Brady 1291. Reese, your format with the reviews and little bits of news are stellar. Very well done, and the videos are to the point. Haven't seen anything like this from anyone on here. I'm glad you found success. Also, are your fellow salesmen jealous yet? Ha! Yup. Let me tell you. Okay, I'll tell you a story. At first, when I started making these videos, I would just make videos in the back. I had a lot of spare time because I didn't have a lot of customers at first, so I had plenty of time to make videos and stuff like that. So that's how I got my content out. So now I have all this content out. There you go. Let's see. It got to a point where a salesperson would have a key for a car they were getting ready to sell or something, and I wanted to make a video before. I've had one of the sales flat out tell me, no, beat it. No, you're not making a video of my sold car. Okay. They've since come around because it's helping the dealership. I want to tell you what else has happened. The traffic that comes to our dealership now through the website is off the charts. I think our website traffic has come close to double since me doing a YouTube channel. And it's just me doing it. It's not the dealership putting me up to it or whatever else. It's me doing my own content. So I think that works. And I figured I deserved to get myself a Golf R. I wanted to treat myself to that, and that's what I did. I didn't have to buy that Golf R, but hey, I decided I wanted to do it. Execution. Let's see here. How many Jettas do you have or have coming? I sold my only Jetta yesterday. It was a rising blue metallic Jetta. I did a 5-minute video on that with black wheel package and sunroof. That one's already gone. I have a Jetta Sport stick shift coming. That will be sold probably the day it arrives. 2 Jetta Sports we've had previously sold in less than 24 hours. Both of them. Let's see here. We don't have any or any coming in. Yeah. I don't know execution if you don't have access to the OMD splash page. What I call that is in VW Hub, if you go to OMD, where you can search your car pipeline, they may not have given you access to that, but there is a splash page and then it shows the projection numbers. And I will tell you right now, there was a week, 2 weeks ago, 0 Jettas got built. The week before that, 179. So right now they're not producing Jettas. And that's why you're not seeing it in your pipeline. Not sure why that is, but that's how it went down. So let's see here. Okay, so let me hear some questions for you. I'm going to wrap this up here pretty soon here, but I just want to hear some questions from you guys. What kind of questions you got? Are you looking for something special? I mean, what are you shopping for? Or, I mean, do you own something kind of cool, unique? How many GTI owners you got out there? How many Golf R owners? I mean, what's your dream car or your dream VW? Or what are you searching for, just haven't pulled the trigger on? Let's see here. And I'm looking down at the bottom here. Okay, so yeah, you don't have any Jettas in your pipeline? Okay. S23, I dig it, man. I love you. Let's see here. How do you overcome the no lift gate no blind spot? I haven't had to do it yet. Weekend ASMR. You got a 12 Golf R. Okay. So that's awesome. You need to come on up to that 20th anniversary. There's a 20th anniversary one coming. Supposedly we're getting it stateside too, so we'll see what happens there. Let's see. That overcoming the no lift gate and the blind spot. What I just simply tell people is, if that's a must-have for you, you're going to have to come up to the SEL or the SEL-R-Line to get it. And usually that either puts them on the money or they can just go with it. So far, I mean, I haven't had to sell one with the lift yet, but you have to realize too, the engagement time with a customer now is no longer due to the fact that we don't have inventory, because they're either thinking about reserving something in the pipeline, or they did, or they're thinking about ordering, or they did, you know. So putting them on the money in the moment is less now. It's less frequent than it was. Now our selling process is drawn out because the car is slated to be built, or it's at port, or it's about to be loaded on a truck, or it's on a truck and on its way here, or you're going to have to order it. I mean, there's so many speed bumps now to a sale that you're not really putting them on the money at that point. So what I would suggest doing is, hey, if you need panoramic sunroof, you need a tow hitch, you need power liftgate, you need lane assist, group it all together when you present it to them and say, hey, to get all of these features, come on up to the SEL. You can get it in a 2.0 or a V6, or if you like the lipstick, you can get it in an R-Line, blacked out. It's going to look badass. Sell it that way. I hope that helps. Let's see here. '04 GLI with 434,000 miles on it. Perry, good Lord, where are you driving? Almost 500,000 miles. That's insane. So, let's see. Golf R 20th anniversary. I know nothing about it other than the press release that came out. Don't ask me about it. Anybody. Don't know. When I know something, I'll put it out there. ID Buzz. Starting a list. You want to be on it? Send me an email. My email's all over the page. SEL-R-Line black on the Atlas. They're built. I have 4 of them. One of them's already spoken for. Black on black. I have a red one coming, black accents, bench seats. Gray one coming, black accents, gray seats. White one coming. Those two that are available, the red and the gray, are bench seats. And I have an Oryx white pearl one with brown interior, black accents, and it's available with captain's chairs. So if you're interested in that, let's see. Sold my 09 EOS privately for $10K. Dealership offered me $2,300 on trade for my 19 All-Track. Well, that's a good move. That's definitely a good move. $10K is way better. And that was that first gen of EOS. The second gen started about 2013. Your dealership got 2 Golf Rs this year. That's what we got so far. The one that I own is actually the 3rd one we got, because the second one was on the Felicity Ace that caught fire and then sank. So that one replaced it. So that Golf R's got a little story behind it. So let's see. I'll go ahead and spoil what I know about the 23 Atlas. What I know, because not a lot of people are going to watch this video afterwards, so I can keep it here and it'd be kind of cool. 23 Atlas. Sounds like it's getting a new shifter. It's getting the shifter or a similar shifter to what's in the Golf R and the GTI. Second, infotainment system is going to change. The infotainment system, my hunch, no one's confirming that, it's going to be like the Golf R and GTI infotainment center. It's going to have that infotainment center. And on the back of the Atlas, outside where it says VW and Atlas, it's going to be something similar to, there's a couple videos out there. If you search 2022 Terramont, Volkswagen Terramont, the Chinese version, that rear tailgate with the light, the VW that lights up in red and a tail light all uniform on the back, that might be coming. So I'm not going to tell you where I heard that from, but that might be coming. So those are the things that I know about the 2023 Atlas. And the ID4 2023 coming from Chattanooga, that I think is a pretty strong hunch there. So let's see. Let's see. If you guys don't have any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys watching me ramble. Who knew? There's also a new thing on there. If you want to donate to the channel too, there is a thanks button on the videos where you can click and donate an amount too. So that's fine. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much. You guys have a good day. Sorry about the technical difficulties, because that guy right there, it still shows that one's waiting. 2 people are waiting, whatever. I had to start a whole new thread because I did it on the phone instead of on the crappy video laptop. So thanks a lot, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a great day. Take care, and I promise you I'll have a little better structure on these as I go forward. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a great day.